Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Epic Sports Radio. This is one of the things that we're doing, and we're starting out. We're going to be doing actually a daily show, and these are going to be a lot shorter, if you will, these shows. And we're going to have different subject matters. And, you know, I had a pretty cool meeting today, but anyway, we'll go on that in a minute. But hey, I want to thank everybody for tuning in. I want to thank people over here on Sean's Facebook, over here on my Facebook. It looks a little halo-y over here.
I know.
I don't know if
yours looks hazy.
Yeah. So we got Jeffrey Harris, aka Hennessy.
What's up, Hennessy?
Tune in. Hey, Hennessy, it's 3:30 in the afternoon. Are you drinking Hennessy? So if you are, let us know. And I'm going to give them a couple of minutes to tune in. If they do, I'm going to give them a shout-out. I want to give a shout-out to Randy Taylor. He is the owner, operator, developer, founder of Men Empowerment Network. Search for them on Facebook.
Awesome dude.
And they have stuff going on once a month. Through that, I met a gentleman called Alan Fadden. He is he is a master at his craft. I had a meeting with him today for about an hour and a half, and he opened my eyes to a lot of things. I want to say thank you, Alan. If you are watching, and if you're not watching live, and you're catching it up on YouTube afterwards.
He said, no, sir, too early for the alcohol.
Oh, really? Okay. All right. They don't make virgin Hennessy? Maybe I should look into that. But, hey, everyone out there, if you could please go to our YouTube channel and subscribe to our YouTube channel, Epic News Sports. Also, what I'm doing, for all you people that are watching live on Facebook, I will be transitioning over to our Facebook page, but I kind of want to build up our followers first, so go please like the page, Epic News Sports, and we're going to be chiming in on that. I can't see all the people coming in, but and again, I'm going to give it a few minutes here because there is a special couple people that I want to give a shout out to that have been working with me, helping me out, whatnot. To my left, took me a while to introduce you, brother, but to my left is Sean Allen.
Thank you.
Let me guess, you were going down the road of hell that always gets busy at this god-awfully early.
And I was in a meeting sometimes like you. I was in a meeting almost up into it. I actually had to leave the meeting early because...
What was her name? Hey, Ryan, if you're watching, the dude. I'm just kidding. Anyway, hey, you know what now?
The dude's at work right now.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm going to give a shout out to Geek University. Go check them out on YouTube. Geek University. They have a question and answer show that they do every day, Monday through Friday, and it starts at 11:30. And they cover all aspects of geekdom. And it is a really, really cool platform for you to learn, especially people that want to learn, live streaming, anything.
Aren't they based out of Oregon?
Yes, they are. Yeah.
Oh, okay, cool. So.
They're doing a thing. They're doing it right now. I don't know the full particulars, but I will get to know that. They're doing a Get Fit 21-day challenge. They're doing it presently, but they're going to start another one September 5th. And people can join in, I believe. And guys, David and Laurie, if I mess this up, I apologize. But I believe it's either support@geekuniversity.com. I believe that's what it is. So email them, tell them you want to get involved with the Get Fit. I will look that up here real quick on Facebook.
I really think that we should, in the coming months, sooner than later, put together our own epic 30-day challenge.
Yeah.
That'd be kind of cool.
Yeah. So anyway, I got to get this going up on because there's so many things that I know that when I'm watching the Geek University, there's so many things that I kind of do that I need to improve on, and that's one of the things that that's why I joined Geek University, and they have so many tutorials and videos and live support that they do, and they are really, really cool people. So I want to say again, thank you guys. If you are watching and I can't see you over here, David and Laurie,
you need to change that screen setting. That's why you can't see it. I can see mine, and I can almost read it.
You know what? Ever since I switched to Verizon, and speaking of Verizon, hey, if you're with any other carrier, you need to switch to Verizon. That's all I'll say about that. And those guys are cool. But you know what? Boomer Sooner, down with the horns. It's kind of my daily mantra that I got rolling and going. Today, it's just going to be, a 30-minute show, and we're going to get going on that. And it's going to be interesting. We like to get, now first off, kind of back up a little bit. I kind of have, Squirrel. I got this in the mail. We're talking about, we're going to be doing betting and whatnot, and we're going to be talking to people about fantasy. And when I say betting, I'm not talking about you people that have a problem with it or going and spending thousands. I'm talking about the dudes that go up there, they drop 20, 30, 40 bucks on a couple parlays maybe, and whatnot. But anyway, I got this deal in the mail, and it is betus.com. I've done some stuff with them in the past. I've won quite a bit of money. I'm pretty good at what I do, but I'll toot my own horn. But they have a kind of a layout of some the games and everything. And
give you an idea.
Yeah, some continued stuff going on, and they've got all kinds of betting. But
do you do DraftKings?
Well, no, we'll talk about that in a minute. I'll tell you why.
Okay.
But they have bonuses. They have a deal. Like on the back here, I was looking at it. It says, "Screw the spread. Pick a team, win straight every week. If your team wins, you advance to the next week," and blah, 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 blah. So go to betus.com.pa and check them out. BetUS, if you see this, I want an endorsement deal. Anyway, I'll tell you why I don't do DraftKings. DraftKings is kind of if you're not good at what you do or lucky, it's kind of for the sucker. And I'm sorry, DraftKings, but you guys know that as well as I do. But today's show, we're going to be talking about how the Olympic medals of Rio are made specifically, and we're gonna we've got 10 points to go over, and we're going to kind of dive into a little bit of what I said yesterday. It takes a team about 100 people.
That's amazing.
Yeah, 100 people to make these medals, and about 5,000 medals. Now, when I say 100 people, I'm talking anywhere from the people who go and get the molds, who go and set up the stuff, who run the computers, who polish, who do all of this stuff, and from the engraving to everything. So about 100 people, and they lock themselves up into, the mint and whatnot, and they make these medals. And I've seen a couple medals, especially from past Olympics, that even on the side, like the best way I could, like a coin, if you will, like on the side of a coin.
Right.
If you look on the side, it will say what the game was. Like say 400-meter swim. It'll say 400-meter swim, gold medal. It'll say what the medal is for, and that's pretty cool.
So are these things? Are they solid, or do they mix the gold? Is it solid gold?
I'm glad you asked, and we will get to that. And that is one of the questions. Now, I'm going to say yes, and then I'm going to say no, and I will tell you why a little bit later. Are they asking questions over here, or?
He said Virgin Hennessy, that's an abomination.
I don't know a virgin anything that's an abomination. So, anyway, yeah. That kind of reminds me of Dave from Geek University. He says, like certain things of shows and like live streams, you kind of like, you want to cater to one audience. And sometimes when you're doing your own things, like just kind of let loose. He sometimes wishes he could talk the way that he wants to talk and whatnot. But anyhow, so there's this gentleman that has been working for the Brazilian Mint for 41 years. 41.
Wow.
How old are you, Sean?
I'm 44.
You're 44. So you were 3 years old when this cat started working.
He must love what he does.
You know what?
Have to.
Yeah.
41
I mean,
years.
he's an artist. His name is Nito Carneiro. Carneiro. If I'm saying that right, brother. If I'm not, I apologize. But Nito, that's pretty neato, man. But anyway, he's been working there 47 years, and he says, and I quote, "Seeing them on the podium, I'll know I made that medal. I feel like I'm getting a medal myself." Carneiro also says that sculpting the Olympic medals is one of the most exciting projects he has done. So, with a mint, usually, you're making money and special coins and stuff like that. So you're making medals for all these Olympians. And let me just take a little sidestep here. I was eating at Beach Hut Deli today. I had a meeting there, and I ate. And I believe it's a Malibu sandwich. It was pretty good. So the Malibu sandwich, it's got pastrami, avocado, Swiss cheese, all that stuff on there. So I was watching the archery. Bro, I'm telling you, I'm Native American, so I'm going to brag on my people. They're dudes back in the day, and even now on reservations, there were kids, known historical fact written down by historians. Kids 6, 7, 8, 10 years old. There's a lady over here in the audience that she has a son or a daughter that's 10. Daughter that's 10 years old. So Indians back then at 10 years old, the cowboys and whatnot would give the little Indian kids little candies. They, they're like jug bottles, what do you call whiskey bottles and stuff. The kids from pretty far away could take that arrow and shoot it into the mouth of that bottle.
Wow.
Stick, string, wooden bow. I mean a wooden arrow. Boom, done. These Olympians, I'm not making fun of you guys. I am making fun of you guys, sort of. I can't lie, I am. They have counterweights here and a counterweight up front, and they got all this, little equipment going on and all this craziness, and they pull back and when I'm thinking, dude, I know 10-year-old kids, even on the reservation, the natives today, heck, even in Africa. I know a dude in Africa, and we were doing a safari one time when I was taking a break when I was in the military. A cobra snake comes up. The dude pulls out his bow right through the neck.
Bam.
That cobra. And when you got all these people, you got to have all these counterweights and everything. That to me, it takes the competition out of it, man.
What are you doing?
I don't like that.
What would you do without all the counterweights? You'd suck.
And then I saw the end of the Great Britain, I believe, the rugby team, and well, someone's phone's going off. So I was watching the rugby, and it was kind of okay, but then they were kicking the ball out of the arena and whatnot. I couldn't really I'm gonna cut your finger off. I couldn't really grasp it. I know I need to kind of dive into it a little bit more to understand, but I wish I had Mike Sear and Tacos with us.
Right.
But anyway, okay, now the molds can be made by a computer. They because everything's computer generated these days, so the molds, yes, they can be made by a computer. But this is what this Nito Carneiro did for 2 weeks. He worked on the mold by hand.
What?
He used precision tools,
Wow.
sculpted out everything on the mold. So because when he was asked why he did that, he said, "I want more control over the design."
Oh, well.
And it's intricate. And I'll tell you what.
41 years.
41 years. So, we've got a lot of, people call them millennials and whatnot growing up. We've got an intern here. He's a young chap. And, we talk a lot. Everything's like computer this, computer that, this, that, and technology. And I love technology. I really do.
But sometimes.
But it's like when I do my to-do list, I'll write it down handwritten. It's like when I'm out and I'm doing stuff for writing, handwritten. This guy wanted its intimacy. It's kind of like...
Definitely.
And to explain it almost like in an artist way, when you're doing stuff with art and with things and thinking as an artist, sometimes it's like making love to somebody. You know what? You don't want to do
Right.
it. You don't want to do it through a plate glass window, or you don't want to do it with whatever and touching the hands on what.
Right.
You want to get up close and personal.
You want to put your hands on that.
Yeah. You want to go diving.
Yeah.
And so that's what this guy was doing. His intricate tools. And then after he did that, he took it. So once the mold is scanned in the computer, then the computer, a CNC router, which is a computer-controlled cutting machine, etches the metallic mold. So whatever Nito Canero did, then the computer does it, and then it etches everything out. So then that's kind of stage 1, 2, 3,
right,
of the mold. So once the mold is done, they put it under a microscope. They look at any like quality control, and they look at everything and make sure it's perfect. Then they send it to the factory. Okay, so I mean, because
he gets the beginning mold started,
yeah,
and then they finish it up.
Yeah. So
for time wise, probably.
Well, I mean, you can Rio knows for
how long did he start doing that hand precision stuff? Like
2 weeks. It took him 2 weeks to hand do that mold.
So
it's kind of like, okay, all right.
That's kind of crazy.
I'll take it a step further.
That.
The recent Super Bowl winners, the Denver Broncos, which the freaking Super Bowl sucked. But anyway,
right.
The Denver Broncos, they all have rings. Peyton Manning has a ring. All the dudes have a ring. So they have to do a mold for each one of those for their names or whatnot. Now, I know on the side of the metal, they have to do their little special, different meats,
right,
and swimming and all that kind of stuff. So then the mold is put into a press machine to strike the mold. And I know, like, back in the day, say when you're doing quarters, they have these machines. It's just a silver disc and boom, done. So then they strike it with 550 tons of force.
Wow.
They don't do it once. They don't do it twice. They do it thrice. Or if you're in Rio, trace. In your language, how do you say 3? You don't know? You speak a language, you don't know how to say 3? Huh? 3? Really? Oh, come on, man. So, anyway, that creates the final round symbols of victory. So the round symbols of victory meaning the medal itself. So, to answer your question, and I'm sure people's questions out here and people's questions over here, is a gold medal. Michael Phelps has won 3 of them so far. I said he's going to win 5. 3 of them so far. Is the gold medal made of pure gold? No, it is not. So after that process, the gold medal goes through a bath of gold. A bath. It takes a bath. And so here is the breakdown of the medal. It is 494 grams of silver, 6 grams of gold, so a total of 500 grams. So
wow.
For all you people out there that want to speak, in American language, you don't want to talk grams and all that kind of stuff, it is 1.10231 pounds. So basically a little over a pound, each medal. So that's so if you take that by 5,000,
wow.
So you have a butt ton of metal that you're working with.
5,000 pounds.
Yeah, yeah.
So 5,000 metals times a pound.
A little over a pound, yes.
Nice.
So now here is the deal. Now a lot of people have asked me, well, how much are these metals worth? Market value. How much if you went and said, here's an Olympic medal, and you saw it in Macy's and you were buying it, here's how much it would cost you. It would cost you $587 to $600. Current market price. I looked it up. And so that breaks down to $43.76 per gram of gold. That's just the gold.
Yeah.
61 cents per gram of silver. But here's where the metal gets its value. So say Michael Phelps. Say one day he gets a wild hair and he's got like 35, 40 medals. He's like, nah, I want to sell one of these and I want to give it to the V Foundation cancer research, whatever.
Right.
Or he just wants to sell. So he puts that bad boy up on an auction, eBay, whatever. I guarantee you that same metal that's $587, $600 now will be pulling in $100,000, $125 because it's Michael Phelps.
Right.
If you had, okay, we'll just say the American basketball team. If Klay Thompson or whatever, or we'll just pick some other, Carmelo Anthony, whomever, and they sell it, it might be worth something to an NBA fan or whatever. Or we'll just say a swimmer or something like that. Somebody who's, we'll just say the Armstrong, Christian Armstrong.
Right.
It could fetch a good price. So that's just the market value on that. So we got about 10 more minutes of the show, and I got a couple more things to cover. And so to answer your question on pure gold, they used to be pure gold. They used to be pure gold. The last time that they were pure gold was the 1912 Summer Olympics.
Expensive. That's an expensive piece of metal.
Stockholm, Sweden. Well, hey, back in, not really. We'll just say the 80s. I mean, heck, gold in the 80s was what? I mean, $200-$300.
If you possessed.
Oh no! If you had the 1912, oh yeah.
No, just for the time that it's been around, plus
yes,
the amount of gold that's in it at the current price.
Yes, absolutely. Yes,
you could liquidate that.
I thought you meant like gold itself, like an ounce of an ounce of gold now is what, $1,500.
That's what I'm saying. So if you had
a 1912 Summer Olympic,
that's 1,500
hey,
times.
Can one of our statisticians look up what a 1912 Summer Olympic pure gold medal would be worth today? And
so it's a little over a pound. So you figured 1,500.
No, not the 1912. They were smaller back then. We'll just say even an ounce for the sake of argument, an ounce. And
plus it's time.
But that I would say a couple 100,000.
104 years old. Just based on that, it would be worth something.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, just the nostalgia alone.
Right.
So and here's another thing. I'll get to the last one here in a minute. We got about 9 minutes, so we're doing good on time, man. And again, just kind of reiterate, we are going to do these daily shows, and we may even do them from
sometimes an hour
from different locations and whatnot. And we're talking, we may even go up to Tahoe when we place our little Betty bets and talk to the Hard Rock Cafe.
Drive up there for the day, do the show, come back.
Yeah. So, and I said, I'll bring this invitation to you guys. Anyone that wants to go with us to Tahoe, we might leave on a Friday morning, go up there, place the bets for the weekend for the college, and you could do pro. Anyone wants to go with us, we'll probably take 3 other people, sit in the back. I'm not sitting in the back. And
neither am I.
3 other people go up there and and have a good time and place a couple bets and go on that. But the Olympics, like I said, I was watching rugby today. It's still a bit confusing to me. It just seemed at some points I'm just like, oh, come on, quit standing around and I'm like. But again, I wish Coach Taco was there to kind of to run me through a few things. But now. Last night we talked, and I asked you if you saw any of the Olympics. You said no. Did you watch any between last night and today?
No.
What the crap have you been doing, man?
I went home. I left here. I went to the gym.
Mm-hmm.
Then I got.
What'd you work on?
I did shoulders and cardio.
Shoulders and cardio. Okay, hey, Dave and Laurie, I'm gonna try and get this cat on the 21-day Geek University or Geek Fit, whatever they're going to call it. And
by the time I got home, it was 11. I ate, and I pretty much sat there and watched. I ate. I sliced up a whole cucumber.
Oh, okay. That's good. What'd you have for your protein?
I had some Jenny-O, the VIP turkey, the VIP
oh yeah.
Stuff that you can't keep for more than 3 or 4 days.
Let me tell you something about that. Look at the sodium in it and look at the cholesterol. It has more sodium and cholesterol than beef. Not even kidding.
Well, I had like 4 ounces of it.
Oh, no. I mean, if you have it, eat it,
and
man.
some celery. And so I had that, and then I pretty much was falling asleep, so I went to bed.
All right.
So I was in bed. So if I'd have been home all evening, yes, I would have watched.
So, you got up this morning. So did you have your therapy cookie?
No.
No, okay. I'm just checking. Just checking. No harm, no foul. So now let me get to the last thing. The silver medals themselves, they are worth $325. And now dig this.
The
bronze. I looked. I thought it was a misprint, and I did research. I mean, I called a few people, Olympics committee and whatnot. Now, by the way, people, I'm drinking coffee, so there's nothing mixed up in there. There's some Bailey's cream, but that's about it. Hennessy, hey brother, put some Hennessy in the coffee. I know you like that. Hey Hennessy, when are you coming back on the show, man? I know we did a segment on you, and
he has his new radio show.
Yeah,
Top Shelf Radio.
Top Shelf Radio with Hennessy. So Tuesday night, 7 to 9.
Right.
Anyone in the Sacramento area now, can they go and watch, or no?
Can they go to the studio?
Like to the studio and watch? Probably not.
I don't know. Let me check on that.
Maybe we'll check on that.
We are streaming. I'm actually going to start streaming on my phone from one of Hennessy's pages. So I'm gonna start. We're gonna kind of centralize it and stream.
Every time I hear Hennessy, what do you think of?
Hennessy.
Pass me the green. I need some weed with my Hennessy. So yeah. So anyway, so the bronze medal is only worth $3.
Yeah, that's crazy.
$3. These are just face value again on the medals. There's other medals within the bronze.
If you had an athlete that won bronze, it's going to be worth more than $3.
Right. So that's not how much they're worth if an athlete would sell them. So I'll give you a little breakdown because these are nuggets. Now, we can get on the show and we could start spitting statistics at you and we could be just like everybody else. I'm going to tell you something, man. I wasn't born normal. I am not. I'm self-admittedly, I am not freaking normal, dude.
That's evident.
As
I am not.
Everyone
either.
in this room has told me. Mark maybe hasn't told me yet. He's probably afraid of me.
That's what I'm about to say.
You should be afraid of me, brother. No, I'm kidding. And I don't think normal. I don't. I like to think out of the box, and that's one of the things that Alan Fadden and I was talking today. And he's the master. Look up. The One Book Bookstore. This guy is phenomenal with some of the things that he comes up with. You think outside of the box, and that's one of the things we could. I don't want to be like every other sports or even media. Like when we cover our regular news stuff, I definitely don't cover and we don't talk like a regular news person.
No.
We don't dress like them. I mean, the pythons are breathing today, so you know. What, your boobs or what? Oh, the shirt. Oh, okay, I thought you were showing me your boobs.
The California bear.
Yeah, the California bear. So yeah, we're different, man. We like to have fun, and it's like I'm Jim Rome on steroids, man. So,
I remember yesterday we were talking about fantasy. We should have
what kind of fantasy?
Well, fantasy football.
Oh, football. Yes.
We should have our own fantasy football and have our fans be a part of it.
Yeah, we'll have the fantasy football, have the fans be a part of it. Glad I thought about that. We'll have a contest. And
good thing that our minds are kind of connected.
Yeah, connected. Hey, you know what?
Connected. Hey.
We haven't talked about you guys here in a few weeks, but Adam Saeed with Connected.
And Tommy Hall,
and
Connected. They have, I think they have a backpack giveaway at Dimple Records coming up this weekend.
Oh, that's cool. And also, we'll plug that. We'll get some more information and how you guys can give to that. But we got 2 more minutes left. Anything that you want to say before we get off the air? See, it's little stuff like that.
Yes, you would do it. No, I mean, not much. I mean, it's just I'm kind of glad we got a chance to cover this right here. You know, just kind of give people an idea. I haven't heard anybody talk about this.
That's what we do.
We talk about stuff that people don't talk about.
I guarantee you ESPN's not talking about it. Fox, nobody's talking about what we're talking about. Guaranteed. Tomorrow, they're not going to talk about. Here's a little tidbit of what we're going to talk about tomorrow. Someone was asking me today, hey, do you think that the athletes pay taxes on the money that they make? I will answer that tomorrow, so stay tuned. You're going to be surprised at the answer.
And I think with our doing our daily shows now that we're going to be doing, I think we should have a question of the day.
All right. 30 seconds. Someone throw a question of a day at me. Question of a day? Nobody? They're over there having fun. Mark's looking at his phone. You didn't find that information for you. So,
question of the day. I don't know, since we're talking about medals, maybe. I
got a question of the day. We were talking, and someone lost 140,000 pounds of weed. How do you lose 140,000? I ain't mentioning any names. 10,000. Oh, the 1912? 1912, okay, $10,000 is what they're worth now. So anyway,
Wow.
hey, tune in tomorrow, same time.
120,000.
Same bat time, same bat station. We're going to cover some questions on the American athletes anyway. Do they pay taxes? You're going to be surprised of the ifs, ands, buts, yeses, and nos. My name's Glenn Spillman. This is Sean Allen. You want to say one more thing?
I was going to say by tomorrow we may have our link for our fantasy football.
Fantasy?
And we'll put it out there.
I love fantasy. All right. Thank you, guys. Peace out. See you tomorrow.